What's going on, everybody? Listen, let's go, let's go, let's get it, let's get it. You know my mantra, those of you who know me from different social media platforms, those of you who may only be familiar, do the videos that I put out, the motivational videos. Listen, my name is Stan C. Gaillard, and I'm just a regular dude just trying to make it. I'm trying to take myself to the next level. I had a rough childhood, a rough life. Come from a middle-class family, but I didn't want to follow the rules. And that's just the basis of it all. I didn't want to follow the rules. I was hard-headed, didn't want to listen to my parents while they were alive, coming up. And I got to tell you, this is why I make it my passion, right? To try to speak to the youth. I try to speak to people that's around the same age that I was coming up, 15, 16, 17. I mean, if you can catch it, maybe you can make a difference. Most of you know me, a lot of you who's followed me from giving out motivational videos, from giving out different motivational quotes. You know me from my channel, my different socials channels. But I've been a little bit reserved, like everybody else, knocking out the 9 to 5, like everybody else knocking out the 9 to 5. And it's just disheartening because even though I'm trying to be independent and do my own thing, I got the podcast, Building Legacies with my friends. I tried to create the clothing line, goldfingerprints.com. I wrote 2 books. You'll see them on the shelf, Eyes of Deception and 30 Daily Affirmations That'll Change Your Life. So I do so many different things, but nothing has exploded yet. Nothing have... now, I'm not even looking for the explosion. I'm just looking for the traction, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, I'm putting the work in. I'm putting those hours in, the studying, the reading, from thought, from concept to paper and pen, to actually seeing it becoming a reality. But there's a whole lot to do, especially when you're a one-man army. There's a whole lot to do. There's a lot of marketing. There's a lot of spending money out your own pocket. There's a lot of product awareness. It takes a lot. And even though social media is the even playing field in a degree, you even have to learn those processes in order to try to be on an even playing field. So, like I said, to get back to my upbringing, it was a beautiful upbringing. My upbringing with my family, with my father, my mother. God bless my brother that passed. I have a sister, another brother. And it's like growing up, a beautiful times, man, but I was a good student in school. I was a follower. I was a person that was like, okay, I got this down, reading and comprehension. When it came to a lot of things, math, I'm not going to lie, but I didn't want to stay in the classroom for some reason. I don't know what it was, but I'm learning years down the line that, man, you have to get your education. You have got to go on to get a further degree. I know now most people say you can become financially independent without a degree, but it takes a road to get there. It doesn't happen overnight. So if you have that degree in a specialized field, that'll help you instead of having to get the low earning jobs to try to make it. So, I keep digressing because this is really going on to like one of my first long form videos that I'm trying to reach people. And I just wanted to come on here and have discussions. That's it. I just wanted to come on here and share what my life was like. Running the streets, getting into trouble, almost getting back online when we moved to the Northeast Bronx. But as the 80s came, that era, that crack era, that drug era came, I too was one of the victims of those eras. I too was an individual who, thought that I can get the rich quick scheme, who thought that if only I do this, I can get where I want to be. And basically, 70% of us was in the way. Come on now. Let's keep it real. Like we getting money and we doing our thing, but then you look at other people, you're like, man, they doing all that and this, that, and the other, and you trying to get there, but you stumbling along the way. For me personally, I can only say that life wasn't really for me. I adapted it. I said to myself, you got to be tough. We know in the mean streets of NYC, you got to be tough or you're going to get eaten alive. So you got to be tough, man. Or you're going to get eaten alive. That's just how life goes. So when the 80s came, man, it was destruction all over the board. And I was one of those victims of the false perception of the get rich quick scheme, the so-called rich American dream quickly. And I fell a victim by, serving my fair share of time, more than my fair share of time. But I'm back, right? And I'm here. And it's been more of a struggle to try to make it legally, more of a struggle to try to make it through your dreams and goals, with so many pitfalls, so many obstacles. I mean, so many distractions, and you got to stay focused on that path, and you got to stay focused on the ball. Thankfully, by the time I came home, I was able to spend few years with my parents. I love them and miss them so much. They are everything to me. Yep. But I'm not going to get emotional. I got to stop. But they're everything to me. And, when they left, I was going through some of the things that they had in their room. I came across a junior high school yearbook. Now, mind you, when my parents were alive, we would always go back and forth. I said, Mom, I want to be financially independent. Mom, I'm going to open up a business. I'm going to do that. And she said, but son, just work. Get a job, save your money, and it used to irritate me. I'm not going to lie, because I'm like, why? I can't be this, so I can't do that. My father, he had to tell me, listen, what we're saying to you is that, you can have the biggest mountain and you can have the biggest rig, you can have the biggest machines for that mountain, but if you don't have the gas that you can't afford to put gas in the tank, what's the use? So in that analogy, he was telling me, don't look down on working. Get you a job, find you a way to chase your dreams, find you a way that you can bring money in to sustain you, and then work towards your goals. Don't just throw caution to the wind. You got to put food on the table, pay bills, get you a job, find you a job, and then, be what you can be. Don't get distracted when somebody doesn't seem to be as excited as you because you have an idea, you have a goal. It's just not like everybody is not on the same thing at the same time. But I came across the yearbook, and the yearbook in it said from my mother and father, son, you are a great man. You are a wonderful man. The world is just starting for you. The world is at your fingertips. You can be anything you want to be in this world if you just put your mind to it. Love, Mom and Pop. And it touched me. Every time I think about him, it touches me so much. And when I think about that, I say to myself, man, I used to give my mother a lot of grief back and forth. I'm thinking, Mom, why you want me to just be a worker in a 9 to 5 when I think that I can do much more? I can share more. She used to get frustrated with me because my mother and father was parents who worked and saved their money. They worked and they created a legacy. And it's tangible and that you can see. So now that they're gone, even though you can't hug them and touch them, you can look at the work that they put in. You can look at the struggles that they went through. They wasn't one for the material things. They worked and saved their money. So that's what she was basically telling me. And I got it now. Here it is. I'm 55 and I got it now. But I wanted to start something new. I started Motivational Wednesdays. I call it Hump Day Motivation. Every Wednesday, I'm going to be putting out a new motivational video. I'm going to continue to put videos out like this, discussing what's going on in the landscape. I haven't decided whether I'm going to talk about issues that's going on as far as put my 2 cents in, but I don't know if that's my lane. I might stay in the motivational space. But one thing I do know I want to do, I want to definitely come on here and continue to motivate people. I want to definitely come on here and continue to let you know that there's nothing above you. There's nothing that you can't achieve if you don't put your mind to it. If you just take a step by step, if you take your time, you'll be able to achieve immeasurable things. I never thought I would be able to actually write a book. I never thought, much less publish it. Now, that's a discussion, whether you will need to get have an agent traditional publishing or self-publishing. That's up to you. I went the self-publishing route. It hasn't been that fruitful for me yet. But am I doing everything that I can to make it fruitful? No. So you have to realize that you have to be honest with yourself. Are you doing everything you can to push the needle forward? Are you doing everything that you can to get to the next level, or are you just talking? Sometimes people is tired of talk. They need to see tangible works, Trust me, I know. People get tired of the talking, man. Yeah, and so I'm just so thankful that I changed the way that I think. I'm just so thankful that I changed my mindset from a destructive individual, from an individual that was hurting more so than helping this society, man. And I'm so thankful for that. But in changing, you got to know that there's going to be tests. There's going to be trials and tribulation. And the test is going to come from within. And when I say within, I don't really mean the dual within yourself, the good and evil within yourself. I mean your circle. Sometimes you have to put yourself in the right positions, put yourself in the right areas, in the right and around the right people so that things can happen for you. If I'm not running the street, there's no need for me to do street things anymore. It's not compatible. There's no need for me to do that, right? If I'm trying to be a notable motivational speaker, I gotta be that which I say I am, right? And I gotta also struggle with the demons that I possess, or the negative things that I got within myself, before I can actually wholeheartedly tell you these are the things that I need you to do to succeed. So 2025 is a big year for me, man. I just wanted to come and give you a glimpse into my past, into what I'm doing now. One thing I hate with a passion, one thing I dislike with a passion, I hate working for people, and that's just the truth. And I hope that, I may have to get another job, and if they see this, they may get rid of me and not take me, but I like to be the steward of my own direction. I like to be the architect of my own house. I like to be the leader of my own self. I don't like to have to, be beholden to someone or explain myself to someone. And I don't know if that's a bad character or a good character, but every time I get these positions, I try to give it my all, but it somehow ends up not being productive for both of us, and that's ending. But in 2025, I'm going hard. I'm trying to get these speaking engagements. I'm trying to speak to the youth centers. I'm trying to speak in the prisons. I want to speak in certain levels of corporate America. I created a company called EMI Consulting, and it's education, motivation, and inspiration. So I'm working on that right now, where we can try to educate, motivate, and inspire in the hospitality industry. So that's what I'm working on right now. And I created that. Now I'm really digging deep into it. And 2025, like I said, is going to be an amazing year for you and me. If you see yourself becoming more, if you see yourself desiring more, if you see yourself getting more, that's you changing and wanting to grow in a different direction. Follow that change. Follow that change. Don't be like the old you every year. You make all of these New Year's resolutions and don't fall through with any of them. Make them. I'm almost finished rewriting a book that I've been working on for a long time. A partner of mine want to know why it's not done. I've been so busy, but I'm hoping I can finish it before the end of the year. Let's get it edited. Let's put it out and see what it can do. But feel good about the fact that you are here. Feel good about the fact that you're going in 2025 as a better person, as a better human being, as a loving and caring individual. And I hope that going forward, you would follow me, you would subscribe to my channel, Stan C. Gaillard, comment, like, and share, because I'm going to be doing so many different things. I'm doing the podcast with my friends, still doing the motivational videos. I'm doing the Hump Day Motivation, like I said. I'm going to do this segment, which is just, spending time with you, letting you know how I feel about, success and motivating and inspiring. So I hope that you stay tuned, and I hope that you follow, like, subscribe, and share, and comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what it is discussion that you want to talk about. I think that might be a good way for me. Let me know. Write in the comments what you want to talk about, and then I can have a discussion on that. You know, I'm not a financial planner. I don't have a degree in any particular field, but what I do have is a lot of experience. I do have a lot of acquired knowledge. The more you know, the more you grow. So I'm an avid reader. I love to read business books. I love to read fictional work. I write fiction and both nonfiction. I'm an inquisitive person who loves knowledge, and I got a good heart and a good soul. Help me blow this channel up. I'm gonna ask you again, help me blow this channel up. Let me see how many followers I can get by the end of the year going in. I'm at 1,800 now. Let's get it over the hump. Let's get it, y'all. I want to try to see thousands of people log on because I have something special to give them. And so I want to just leave and end this segment and tell you thank you for your time. I appreciate you, and give me a chance to give you what I got. And I'm gonna bring something special into your life. So as always, I want to come with love. Let's go, let's go, let's get it, let's get it.